Ever wondered if you're settling for the crumbs of other people's lives? You know, since my book entered the world, I've been on a lot of podcasts, and people have been, I've heard from a lot of women, some men, and they're generally saying, you know, I didn't have a good role model when I was growing up. How am I supposed to be a parent? Or they're telling me, you know, I feel stuck. I'm running so fast, trying to manage children, family, kids. How do I get off? And then, of course, we have a lot of people that are aging and are afraid of being relevant. And then we have people that are retiring and saying, what is it? What's my purpose? What's this all about? You know, there's one theme that comes through all of this, and that theme is self-worth. You know, finding one's self-worth can be really, really difficult. I know it was hard for me. You see, I had this mother. Well, you know, mothers can be difficult. But I would say my mother was religiously delusional. She actually thought that I was possessed by the devil. And she spent my childhood trying to exorcise me, trying to get rid of me. And her last hurrah was when I was 16 years old, and she convinced my dad to commit me to a nut house. So let me just read a little bit about that lovely experience. Dad let me at the nut house, perched on a hillside in beautiful Golden Valley. Soon I had no idea how long I had been there. I could barely shuffle one foot in front of the other. My mind was fuzzy, like steel wool, confused and disoriented. They kept giving me these little cups filled with these strange-looking pills. Just take a sip of water, dear, and swallow them down. You know, one day, I could barely move. I was trying to walk down the hallway, and my feet were leaden, my legs tingled, and boom, I hyperventilated, blacked out. And I came to, lying in my bed, and there were two girls sitting on the end of my bed. And little Donna was saying, they're going to shock me again. I don't want that to happen. And if I'm not good, they're going to do a lobotomy. I mean, this was the day. And that got my attention. I woke up and I thought, my God, it's got to be the pills. Don't swallow the pills. So the nurse came in with her little cup with the pills, gave me the pills. I put them in my mouth, took a sip of water, swallowed, and she left. And I spit them out into Kleenex, put them in my pocket. You know, a lot of people that come up and talk to me are telling me they're really dealing with a lot of struggles, and they're having to swallow things that they don't want, they really shouldn't have to swallow. And they really wonder how can they access, or how can they turn those challenges and struggles into wisdom? How do they do that? And that's really what my book is about, how to access that wisdom. Because really, those struggles and challenges are the keys to you accessing your wisdom. And then they're asking about, how do I turn that wisdom into action? Well, you know, it really comes down to one little word, dream. Now, I'm not talking about just daydreams and things like that. I'm talking about D for desire. What is it that you want and need? R for reflect. What do you know? But you've got to get rid of all that noise, you know, that emotional baggage and clutter. And E, what else do you need to explore? A, what do you need to acknowledge? You know, life can be hard. It can really suck. But there's always M for mantra, a thought, a word, a prayer, something to encourage you and to help you along your way. So that's what people are telling me, is that they want to access their wisdom. They want to learn how to put that wisdom into action. They want to dream. in a way that transforms their life, and to embrace their wise women within and find the magic of yes.